So this made me sign back into Veve. And you might be wondering, Chris, why were you not signed into Veve anyways? Well, it signed me out over a month ago, and honestly, I had no reason to sign back in. There was no upcoming drops that I was really wanting to partake in. I have what I have as far as assets go in the app, so I was just kind of chilling being signed out. But when I saw this, I was like, okay, I need to sign back in now because I've been waiting on this for about 2 years. And you probably already know by this point what that is, which is the MCP points. So that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. Why care about the MCP points? Why do I care about the MCP points? Let's do a little FAQ about MCP, maybe some questions you have, because I'm getting them answered every single day, just kind of being in the know. So let's talk all about that in this video. Okay, so first off, if you're not following me on Twitter, definitely recommend it. Super active, always posting something on Twitter. Just a few days ago, I was posting that I came back and kind of explained the MCP program. So I know a lot of you watching this probably already know what the MCP program is, but let's just say that maybe some of you don't. So let's quickly go over what this is. In short, you accumulate points that allow you to bid on reserved allocations of the supply. I'll give an example in just a minute. So the example that I'm giving is basically if you use your points to be able to enter this, there's 40% of the supply reserved specifically for MCP point bidders. And I have some FAQ on that later. I'll get into the video that's a little bit more higher detailed on this end. So basically, I also gave a thesis on like the bull run that I think that a lot of people could come back to Veve on the bull run. We'll get a lot of new users. Really quick side note too, like on things like this, Veve obviously integrates VR and AR. They've been ahead on that field as far as NFTs go. And there's just a ton of cool innovation coming. I'm not sure if you guys saw this video, but definitely want to just kind of give it to you real quick. Basically, this immersive experience kind of gamifies like cleaning your house. You're able to like put these coins up and go around your house and make sure you vacuum everything. And then of course with the Apple VR stuff and just immersive reality becoming more and more of a thing, I just see a bigger bull case for AR and VR. As far as Veve goes particularly, I've already given pros and cons of everything around Veve. Check out one of my recent videos on that. I think it was on the OMI token specifically, but around my entire thesis around Veve, where I think it's going. But I'm not going to talk about in this video. I'm going to talk about the MCP. So this was a few days ago, this comic Avengers 684. Basically, I'm able to scroll down and see the points if I want to bid or not. So we'll backtrack that a little bit. You can see right here, are you sure you want to place a bid? And then yeah, I said, yes, I'm sure. And then you're able to wager up how much you want to put into for like a raffle style system. You can see at the top, I clicked the wrong button. You can see at the top right there that it says 40% allocated, as I mentioned earlier. And then you're able just to bid however many points you have. So in this example, I have just about 300,000 points. So of course I try to fake people out to be like, yeah, you know, if this is something I just like really wanted, sure, I'll go all in. I'll probably never do that unless it's like Pokemon or something like that. And then if you did actually place the bid, you're part of that 40% allocation. So one of the first questions that I saw came up was Veve Meister with a pretty good question. Basically, if he participates in the MCP priority, which is the 40%, are you excluded from the 60%? So a team member answered this question, a now team member, good old Foster Hill, now on the team, says that you will be considered for both if you are not selected priority. So if a collector, and then he actually quoted the actual article. If a collector is not successful in securing a collectible reservation using priority bidding, their MCP points will not be deducted. These collectors are considered in the waitlist entry pool and still have a chance to win drop via normal waitlist selection logic. There's some people that are absolutely stacked on MCP. You see Michael over here with almost 5 million MCP points. My camera's covering it, but he has 8,868 comics, 1,200 collectibles, MCP level 98. Of course, he is going to be in the master collector category, as you see right here. So yeah, with all the things coming up for MCP, I still think Veve is not out the gate yet. They have some work to do. As far as MCP goes, this is something that I was really hoping would come like during last bull market, but here we are possibly seeing another bull market as far as crypto goes. We'll see what happens. Nobody has a crystal ball. Personally, I'll be saving up my MCP points for that. Now again, like, are we speculating? Are we just collectors? What are we doing? personally, you know, a little bit of everything for me. If there is another bull market, there's a lot of new people coming into Veve, then I think everyone wants the price of their collectibles to go up. I would say a majority of everyone. Will that happen? I have no idea. I do know that there will be drops in the future that a lot of people will treasure, and being able to get retail for those drops will be invaluable, at least in my opinion. Again, if if Pokemon were to drop, or some other significant franchises, let's say Mario, we saw Rabbids, which said, doesn't immediately mean Nintendo, but there could be some big things in the future. So I think being on the app now, accumulating those MCP points towards highly competitive drops, as we've seen in the past, would be advantageous. And that's something I could recommend to you, not from a financial standpoint of go buy these MCP points, but just the fact of you can do in-app experiences like being able to log in every day, be able to participate, hold the items you're holding, yada, 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 as far as MCP strategies. So to me, again, it's pretty valuable to have these points. In the past, they mentioned the MCP points being able to put towards different types of collectible accessories. I don't know if that's still on the roadmap or not. Again, I've been doing a lot of content on the macro space as well. I'm involved with a ton of NFT, Bitcoin Ordinal projects. I actually work full-time Web3. I run marketing for Ninja Alerts, which is my ninja right there. I run marketing for a VC fund that is actually invest in crypto and assets and then crypto products. So I'm all over the space, own a ton of projects. If you haven't been keeping up with my content, I did recently do a poll on what you guys want to see, and you guys voted for Veve and Ecomi. So here I am dropping a Veve and Ecomi video. If you're wondering why I'm doing this, I do cover all things now. I will continue to cover Veve and Ecomi for major milestones like MCP being implemented in the app. If you'd like to see more of this, be sure to support this video by liking it and subscribing. I would also appreciate if you check out my other content. I just did one on airdrop farming. This is basically where you are able just to participate in an ecosystem, and by that participation you get airdropped these points. These points actually do have financial value. Of course, they're not able to market it that way, but a lot of these things require zero financial risk, just a participation. It really teaches you a lot about blockchain and all that, but I just made a high level video on that. Definitely go check that out. Anytime you guys see me upload something maybe a little different, I would appreciate it if you give it some love. It also gives these videos some love as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful Friday, and I'll see you next video.